to receive the player of the match of all the matches that has been covered so far. One more match left. This is the first one. Of course, you can say that Akash Saini is going to receive. In fact, he has received it from Secretary of ODCA, Mr. D.K. Mishra. And Sudarshan is not far behind. He's from Tamil Nadu, and of course, with his brilliant bowling performances, also has won the player of the match, rupees of 2,100. And last but not least, Mr. Sumit Jain, the president of IDCA, is going to present the player of the match to Arun for his brilliant performance in the very first match itself. Excellent matches so far. These players have come good at the right time. A lot of starts to come in the following matches as well. That's it from the post-match presentation. Kashmir batting, right? Bowling. Hello and welcome to the first day of the IDCA 7th T20 National Championship, and this is the third match of today's event. Jammu and Kashmir is up against Delhi in this. Let's that go. Not a surprise. It starts to the wide.
ये वुमेन टीम में गोल्ड जितला था ना थोड़ा अनाउंस कर दिया
Yes, Delhi and Jammu Kashmir will be locking horns against each other. In the first two matches, we saw Tamil Nadu and Kerala coming victorious. Two from down south. Now, let's see who wins this. Gentle delivery, and the batter plays a defensive shot. Delhi knows how important it is to have early start without losing a wicket. Very conscious about the fact that they want runs on the board. But interestingly, the bowler has put up a deep point and a deep third man. Very upside is filled this. And that shot is sometimes very dangerous, especially with the new ball, because you don't flirt with things when things are new. So though they've got one run from it, got to be very careful while opening the face of the bat and trying to run it down to the third man, little bit here and there, and he can go back to the pavilion. So that is something that they need to take an eye on. Jammu Kashmir will be showing their class too, and predominantly a fast bowling side as far as I know. Length ball, wanted to hit it straight, missed it. And if you are a fast bowling side, the only way you can produce result out of this is on your favor, of course, when you try to be accurate. This is not a wicket where you can try a lot of things. If you go outside the off stump, which is something that the bowler was trying to do, now he realized that there's not much that you can do with that line. That's why he has a long off in place, and a third man knows everything about the surface now. Has to be a little closer. Still on the shorter side. I want it to be a little fuller than that, but little straighter than that as well. With the third man in place, that field and that particular line and length will do wonders for them. So far, Suhail has made sure that he just keeps the batsman guessing here. Abhishek on strike. Doesn't get anything from that. Lack of bounce on that occasion. We're expecting it to be a little higher than the delivery. But that is not to be. Suhail Ahmad, only one run in this over. Good start. Last two matches producing, especially one team getting a lot of runs. The other team didn't quite manage to get to the target. That's a different thing, but we've got runs. Something that you can expect from this match. Oh, there is a chance of a catching. And there comes the first. It's a leading ace and straight to the hand of the fielder who did nothing wrong there. And Jammu Kashmir has drawn the first blood. Clearly was trying to hit it on the onside. The pickup shot that he was trying. Didn't quite get it. The leading ace and the rest of the thing were done superbly by the fielder. They know the importance of the wicket. They know the importance of early wicket. They've got the first one, and Suhail is absolutely delighted. Not so is the batsman who's going back to the pavilion, and no surprise in that. Didn't quite get anything from that. The first over is still not done, but they've lost wicket. Only 2 on the board. Second over. In fact, now it will be about just keeping that momentum with you. Even if it is a 10 over a side contest, momentum is everything. And Jahir Abbas is coming. Jahir Abbas, that's quite a name. Jahir Abbas, you know that the great Pakistani batter, Jahir Abbas. Every time you talk about one of the greats of the game from the Asian, from the Indian subcontinent rather, you know, always one of the names that comes to mind is Jahir Abbas from Pakistan, probably the best batter of Pakistan. Now it's the other Jahir Abbas who has a ball in his hand and is trying his hard to be as special as he can be. Full lane delivery. Now that's because they have lost a wicket that could have gone to the boundary. He didn't quite use the long handle, didn't quite go for the big one. Instead, he tried to just push it a little bit, and there is a fielder there for that particular shot. They pack the offside, they're hunting in pairs, they say come and beat the gap. They're doing everything possible as a bowling unit, Jammu Kashmir. Exciting bowling unit. If one side we have Jahir, the other side we have Virendra. In the gap. That is stylishly done. Any left-hander who can play this shot looks beautiful. There's the shot. The best thing about the shot was that he hit that in the gap. And that's how we get that boundary. Yes, coming back to the fact that on one side you have names like Jahir, the other side you have names like Virendra. And of course, who can forget that you come from Delhi and you have a name like Virendra. So, and of course you're opening the batting. It will take you to one place. Yeah. Virendra Sehwag, legend of the game. Used to be so fearless. That is one aspect that I really miss. I don't see any batter who's as fearless as Virendra Sehwag, even in Test match cricket. He used to go for big ones from the very first ball itself. Had no care about who is bowling. Never looked at the bowler. Looked at the ball and hit it down the leg side. Got a bit of pad onto that, or something like that, maybe. Yeah, so something that this Virendra is also trying to do. He's trying to bring that particular game into play. He wants the runs on the board. Now he's batting with a strike rate of 100, something that is if you're doing, you are going behind the game because it's a 10 over a side contest. 130 and 140 are minimum strike rates. Jahir again. I think he's learned the lesson in from the last wicket and from the last delivery. Brilliantly done. The only 5 runs from this over. 7 for 1 in 2 overs. There it is, then addition over 5 runs from it, and 12 for 1 in 3 overs. Starts with a wide here, something that is very familiar. Bilal Bhatt comes in as a spinner in the next over, in the 4th over. 12 for 1. They've contained the batting side. And if you've followed this tournament so far, then you probably will be knowing one thing, that this is something that is new to this tournament. In the very first 2 matches, the batters were batting comfortably in the first 3 overs. They were getting those runs, and definitely the run rate was not as in this match. 4 or something now, 4.33 to be precise, with 13 runs, 14 for 1 in 3 overs. So it used to be something around 30, 35, something like that. Remember, they were going for more than 12 runs in the first match, in the first 4 overs. So they've contained the runs. They've looked at the batters. They've looked at the pattern of each and every match. And one thing they've shown here is that another wide, meanwhile, that if they can just stop the run flow in the first 4 overs, when the things are new, the ball is new, they can really make a statement in the match. That you can see from their approach. They're not worried about taking wickets. They've got 1 wicket, all right, but they're trying to stop the runs here. That is why this kind of a field. Predominantly offside field. But at this point in time, the batter is quite happy to leave these deliveries because the bowler is struggling here. Bilal Bhatt has bowled a few wides now. Looks like he's bowled 4 wides now. Yet to start his over. 4 wides. Can you believe that? Now the good thing about the delivery is it is not a wide. So already in 1 delivery he has conceded 5 runs. That's the thing about extra. No one talks about that. No one says why extra is not the biggest of the things, but the format becomes shorter. Extras becomes even more violent, even more actors, even more negatively for you. So that is why it's very, very important to be accurate. That's the word that I probably used 10 times today. Well, another wide. Can we see something that we've already seen in the second match? 7 wides. We've already seen 5 of them. Metro bowling 2 more. Bilal Bhatt, somebody just need to tell him about maybe going slightly closer to the stump, maybe trying round the wicket, something that can work for him. At this point in time, he's going wide of the crease. Yeah, wide of the crease. Got away with that. Yes, skids onto the surface that ball, but definitely he's struggling with his line. So it is a matter of the fact to come slightly closer to the umpire. Yes, not as close as you'll go to the danger area. That's a different thing. You don't want to go to that region. But You can come as close as possible to be as accurate as possible, and it's all about hitting those stumps. Full and straight. Oh, look at that celebration. A lot of Shikhar Dhawan in that. It is a catch that was simply taken by the fielder. Remember, similar kind of an over produced a wicket in the last match as well. 7 wides. Then the batters get frustrated. Then he played something that he shouldn't have played, got a wicket. Something like this happening now as well. Yes, full lane delivery. Trying to hit it over that fielder's head. Didn't quite manage to do that. Shikhar Dhawan coming into play there as far as the celebration is concerned. Right then, 18 for 2 now. In best catch of today's match, today's game of play, to be honest. Look how he dived. Similar kind of a shot. Very surprising to see that from the batter, just when you know that you've lost 1 wicket. Diving, jumping, and whatnot. Couldn't quite manage to hold on to it. What was so wrong with that shot was that was played with no footwork. Didn't quite judge the pace of the ball. Just trying to use it, his hand, and trying to play it. That's not how you can be successful, my dear friend. Virendra, on the other hand, looks solid. Takes a single, goes back to the other end. Yes, you can question his strike rate, but the rest of the batters are not getting it right too. Interesting to look at how they will go about the business after this over. 4 overs, only 20 runs on the board. They've lost 2 wickets. Not going anywhere at all. This has been a ground where 80, 90 is nothing, I can tell you. All right, last ball of a long, long over. Can finish. Yes, it does with a beauty. 20 for 2. 26 for 2. This is the 6th over that is going on. 9 for 1 is Bilal Bhatt. He's given another opportunity even after bowling that many wides because he's picked up a wicket. The captain has a lot of trust. The team management is definitely believing in him. It's full and he has hit that over extra cover. My goodness. We have seen some lovely shots today, but this will be one of the best ones to remember. Probably will be in top 3. Over extra cover. I know that this is probably one of the toughest places to hit a cricket ball. And that too for a 6. That takes a lot of threading. What's the answer from the bowler now? Keeps it short, he hits it fine. It is going to go for a boundary, to be honest. Yes, it does. No, in fact, it's pulled back. All happening here, but eventually I think it's pulled back. But how clever is the batter there? Knowing that it can never be pitched up once again, because Bilal knows that if he does that, he'll go for the big ones. That's why he kept it short. And look what Bilal has done. He's ready for it and placed it very sweetly. And this is a land of sweets being popular. This is a land of sweets. And no wonder we have seen some sweet shots today. Starting from the very first match itself, we've seen some shots that we can remember for a long time. That straight batted shot 6 in the first innings, that pick-up shot on the onside, the drive through the covers. Now this 6, the straight batted 6 stepping down the track. A lot of things. He has his own way of playing. He comes back for the second because of that overthrow. Virendra holding one end. Lost 3 wickets, and as far as runs are concerned, they're not picking up at the right time. That is the key there. The Cricket Association of Delhi playing this match very differently. Normally you talk about Delhi, you talk about cricketing, because Delhi plays a very different brand of cricket. There's some players who represented country as well, if I'm not wrong, and that's because they could bat fearlessly. Not getting the runs. Wickets coming at the right time for the bowling side, not helping them. And now Muzaffar with 6 for 1 and has been given the responsibility to bowl the second over, and has come good. That's exactly what he wants. Sweetly timed again, just pushed away nicely for a single. Yeah, mentioning about this being a land of sweets, and this is going to be a land of sweet shots. So many of them today. The bowlers have come good, but it's the batters who try their best to be as special as they can. Someone who's impressed me here is Birendra, though the strike rate is still not 100 because the rest of the batters has not performed that well. This time he's taken him on, and how well was that taken? There's only one way you can catch that, if you're standing outside the boundary. 6 it is. Yes, so you're mentioning about him not having the best of the strike rates. He says, take a look at this shot and take a look at what I can do. Name is Birendra, but there was a lot of Gautam Gambhir in that shot. And then flick from the toes. Single. Last ball of this over, 47 for 3 now. They need to be thinking about getting at least somewhere around 90. I know it's tough, but you got to find a way to do that. Got to think about scoring 50 from the last 4. If you can do that, and you give your bowlers a chance here, a fair bit of chance, not just the initial chance that I was mentioning earlier. Last ball. Pushed on the back foot, misfield, but won't be any single. So that is the end of the 7th. It's 47 for 3. Yeah, so it's bowled a wide here, Swell. 2 for 1. Has done it well in the first. Interestingly, that looks not quite like a Bollywood movie that we saw in the very first 2 matches, to be honest. Everything going smooth, everything going nicely. This has been a hard and fought display of batting. Batting has not been that easy, and one man who has stood tall here, it's Birendra. Look what he's done again. It is on his pads, and he's waited for it. That was the key on that shot. No one talks about the fact that you got to wait for a delivery, even in T20, T10 cricket for that matter. It's not just about throwing your bat at it every time the ball is pitched or something like that. So you got to wait for the delivery. He's gone for it again. It was all about hitting it over the fielder's head. And he did that, picks up 2 runs. I'm mentioning about the first 2 matches being, especially in the first innings, turning out to be some, and as sidelined as it can ever get, thanks to some performances. Take a look at that shot. So he's decided to play these kind of shots in each and every delivery now, almost throwing his bat. The first 2 matches, the first innings, it was fairy tale. It was all about watching a Bollywood movie kind of a thing. But in this innings, the batters have toiled hard for runs. 55 for 3, 8th over already. The bowlers have bowled well, so we'll see some excitement, and we'll see some complex climax, I can tell you. Oh, he steps out. Can he clear it? Yes, he clears, and he gets the reward for that. This is fearless cricket. I was telling you about the fact that it really can be exciting. This is an exciting shot. They say that it will be an effect of lack of pace. He said, I'll counter that by coming down the track. 61 for 3 after 8. Exciting times ahead on the pads. I think he got away with that, the bowler. That was there to put away. No fielder at defined leg, so that shot was on, and the batter was trying that. 31 from 25, Virendra, joined by Faimuddin, was batting on 7 from 3. Minding you that this is the 9th over, 62 on the board, 3 wickets. Wickets will definitely not going to be forwarded to the next match, so you have to use it in this match. They'll be trying to do that. They're definitely trying to be making the most of these deliveries. 11 deliveries. Has to be systematic program of binary digits called as 4 and 6, not 0 and 1. Single. Looks like a bell-shaped graph this inning so far. One thing that the bowlers of the Jammu Kashmir has done is that they have tried their best to be hitting the stumps. Their pitch map, and they have done so far. Most of the time, probably 80% of the time, they have hit the stumps. And when you hit the stumps in these kind of wickets, you make life tough for the batting side. They've done that. Predominantly a bowling side, predominantly a side that is dependent on their fast bowlers. They've shown that they really can be special. Oh, how about that for a catch? Stand up and salute. This is a sensational catch once again. We've already seen the best of this cricket in the very first day itself. Be it with the bat, be it with the ball. Now on the field we have seen some magic, and this probably will hit the top. They are delighted. They know that more than a wicket, the way they have got the wicket, that was more exciting. Yes, yes, yes. You can look at it 1,000 times. Leg spinner trying to bowl the googly. And closing the face of the bat, the batter. Forget that. What about the catch? In the second attempt. Very good this. Might look like a simple catch in the slow motion, but I can tell you that it's absolutely tough to judge that. And the fielder has done that so well. And looks like something has happened. The new batters come in. Vaibhav. Peer 7 for 1. Everyone who's tossed the ball has picked up a wicket, it seems. Has been that kind of a day for Delhi. Two deliveries to go in this over. Don't have a lot to do, to be honest, because 6 wickets in hand. There's no point hanging around. Well, all they can do is they can try to play some of the shots. Vaibhav on strike, the new man. Gets a full delivery. How clever is the bowler? It is equally well dealt. Fielded well at the deep as well, but look what Peer is doing. He's bowling it quick. He's bowling it full. That is how you bowl at the death as a spinner. You don't give any flight. That was almost like a medium pace of bowling. 1 or 2 yard quicker. That probably would be the pace of the opener bowler that was bowling in this match. Last ball. Can finish well. 8 only. 8 for 1. Sensational figure. Make that 9 for 1. This is champion stop. 2 overs. 8 for 1 for Peer. End of the 9th. It's 65 for 4. Doing everything right at this point in time with the ball are Jammu Kashmir. Projected score says 72. Well, I expect it to be a little more than that. 80. Can they go around that with 2 new batters? Someone who's faced 5 deliveries, got 9 runs. Fahmuddin on strike. Let's see what he does. First ball. Gets nothing from it. Gets nothing from it. It was all about hitting the stumps for the ninth over, till the ninth over rather. And now it's about bowling it outside the off stump so that you don't give the arc that the batsman is looking for. Bowling it outside of that arc. So the fielder at mid wicket, the fielder at long on, the fielder at square leg can come into play. Missed it again. 2 dot balls, 2 precious dot balls. They call it gold dust in this form of the game. The shorter the format, the dot balls becomes more significant. Something else is significant is the way this team has bowled. You saw the number of extras in the last 2 matches. Where are the extras? They're gone now. You expect performances like this moving forward from the rest of the sides as well. 3 in 3. 3 in 3. One player knowing everything about what he's doing, the other player has no idea about what he's doing. And this is cricket. Sometimes it can really be cruel. Interestingly, they have not thought about any fielder at the fine leg. He knows that he can just follow this line and bowl another dot ball. 4 dot balls. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sensational piece of bowling, I can tell you. Looks like it's simple, it is not. Coming in the 10th over, bowling 4 dot balls. I was thinking about them reaching somewhere near 80. Can they go to 70 now with 2 deliveries remaining? Where are the runs? Sohail Ahmad, take a bow. And looks like they picked up a wicket. No, they're appealing for it. They're appealing for a caught behind. And umpire says, no, nothing around that. Make no mistake. Make no mistake that this guy is special. Sohail Ahmad bowls 5 dot balls. Bowling as miserly as possible. Even in some famous markets in Bhubaneswar, you'll not get as things as miserly as this, to be honest. Last ball. He hits that. It won't be a catch. It will just be a single. This is something that you can remember for a long, long time. A guy has come in at the 10th over and just given 1 run. 10 overs done. Take a look at the score they have done. Delhi, they have scored 66 and lost 4 wickets. So the target will be 67 in 10 overs. Let's see how they do with their batting. The required run rate says it's 10. So to give a spinner in the ninth over itself, 47 for 4, with the fact that 6 wickets in hand, and more than that, I'll say the Birendra Singh first with the bat, the way he has performed, now has been given the responsibility to bowl an excellent over here, because as a spinner to come in to bowl in the ninth over itself when the required run rate is 10, that can go either ways. Now that's in the gap. That's in the gap. And eventually it goes to the boundary. Well, that can backfire, I can tell you. Left arm spinner all right, but coming in the ninth over itself, they have to really go for the big ones. They did that, and this time got the result that they wanted. 51 now, so 50 comes off with that boundary. 51 for 4, 8.1. And this match, you have to say that Jammu Kashmir is trying their best to make sure that this is their match. Not a lot left in this match. 6.24 is the current run rate, and that's not big, I can tell you. Charges down, gets single from that. Well, they badly need a 2-3 dot balls here. I told you that the last two matches felt me like it was Bollywood movie. This looks like a Malayalam movie. A lot of twists and turns. I still don't know what is the climax going to be and how exciting it is going to be. I can tell you one thing, that whoever holds the nerves will win this match. 15 runs required, 10 deliveries left. This is the most important over. Across the line, he picks up a single. Well, he could have done better there, Virendra. But somehow they picked up a single. And now 14 runs required from 10 deliveries. I'll tell you one more thing, that now they decided that they will have a deep cover. Again steps out, miss it. Wicket keeper appeals. And surprisingly it's not given. What happens there? What just happened there? 53 for 4. Another dot ball. Important dot ball. Take a look at the replay. Not trying to bowl the classical left arm spin. Just trying to skid it through. Yes, he was home. He was home. You expect the wicketkeeper to be a little slower. Oh, how cleverly was that done? That is a statement from the batsman. Well. This is the cricket that we know nowadays. Switch hit coming in when it matters. The rest of the matches were all about bat versus bat. My bat versus your bat. This is bat versus ball. That is why it is exciting. Last ball. You have to bowl a dot ball here, man. 6.45 the current run rate. The required run rate is not big, I can tell you, because they need 10 runs now in 7 deliveries. And nowadays, it's a batsman's game. He's taking his own time. Take a look at the field. Two fielders on the onside at deep mid-wicket. Long gone. Gets a single from that. So 9. That's what is required from the final over. It's going to be exciting. Let's see who wins in the final. 9 overs done. 58 runs on the board with a loss of 4 wickets. They need 9 runs to win this match. Hold your nerves. Which team are you supporting here? Delhi on one side, Jammu Kashmir on the other. Not a lot of difference as far as culture is concerned. Not a lot of difference as far as the way they perform is concerned, because Delhi is a similar kind of a side. Remember what they did in the first innings. It's not a big target that they've set. They made sure that this becomes a bowler's game. Something that you can see in the very first innings of the tournament as well. So 58 for 4, 9 overs done. Let's go on to the final over. 9 runs required, 6 deliveries remaining. First ball of the 10th. Hits it on the onside. Gets a single. And how cool is that? Easily gets a single. Decided that this is only going to be a single. And more importantly, he has actually given strike to someone like Muzaffar here. So trusted Muzaffar. And let's see what they do here. 9 runs required now. 5 deliveries. Who is the favorite? Well, tough to say. Tough to say who is the favorite. But, 9 from 5 normally a batsman's game. But you need a boundary. Where is the boundary option? Remember, there is one fielder deep on the onside. And there it is. That's the fielder that I was talking about. No one is there, and hence a big one. A real big one when it matters. 6 runs. And the beauty of the shot was he was dragging it through the offside. That's a statement that will be remembered for a long, long time, because it was not at middle and leg. It was outside the off stump. That shot was manufactured out of nowhere. J.R. Tyagi wouldn't have believed that this could happen, because he bowled it outside the off stump. He had protection on the offside. He thought that the batters would probably help it to third man to get a single on that. That was not the case. Got the 6 that they wanted. Now it looks like a batsman's game completely. Bring in more close-in fielders. Bring in more fielders who can give you thrills. Yes, that is the case here. Long on and long off are there. There's deep mid-wicket. There is square leg. No fielders. Outside the circle on the offside. Here we go. Next ball. That's the only shot he knows. He wants a single from that. Chance of a run out. Oh, what have they done here? What have they done? They have lost a wicket. All right, the process was right, because they wanted to give the single to someone like Umar here. Yes, a bit of mix-up. Didn't quite get the understanding right, and that's how they've lost the wicket. Ladies and gentlemen, this is turning out to be a fantastic game of cricket. It is a game of cricket that has thrills in it. And that is because it's not a high-scoring match. Every time we get fooled by the fact that only 4s and 6s can give you excitement. But low-scoring match has its own test. And this is a perfect example of that.
Upload this, or it will only be live? Of course, in YouTube means it will be uploaded. No? It will be uploaded.
A very important ball of the match. 2 runs required, 3 deliveries left. Once again, the similar field. Let's see what happens in this. Oh, how cool is that? He flicks it well, takes a single, is coming back for the second, denied. Oh, he slips. Chance of a run out, and there it is. Run out it is. Another wicket. What has happened there? Well, if you have to give an example of what is a seesaw and what it looks like, you have to give an example of this match. Sometimes on one side, sometimes on the other side. You wanted 2 runs from that, didn't quite get it. Look at the number of wickets that has remained. Last wicket with 2 runs on the board. 2 runs required now. Absolutely livid with himself, the batter. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic game of cricket this has been. 2 runs required, 2 deliveries left, only 1 wicket in hand. Jammu Kashmir, 1 point in time, look very familiar, look like they are going to win this match, but that was not to be. That was not to be, mind you. It can be anybody's game now, especially when you know that, in fact, it's 1 run that is required. The scores are level. The scores are level, 1 run required. They have brought everyone close inside the circle apart from one fielder that is at deep mid-wicket. So no slog, my dear friend, just one, flick it to somewhere, get that in the gap. Now the thing about this is that it's very difficult to find the gap here. So he should actually be trying to hit the ball over the top. All right then. Let's see what happens in this ball. Oh no, it is a wide. There it is. It is a wide. Jammu Kashmir has pulled it off. You have to say that this was a game of Delhi at one point. They pulled it back quite well. Jammu Kashmir lost some wickets as well, but they knew that this was their chase. Some of the extras helped, especially when it was bowled down to the 9th and the 10th at the last ball. Who would have thought that the drama would end with a wide? But that is exactly what has happened. Jammu Kashmir has pulled up a beauty, and the final match of the first day of this tournament had seen a magic, had seen something that can be remembered for a long time. If this is not cricket, nothing is. Fantastic game of cricket. They're shaking hands now. They're delighted. They know that this win means a lot because it has come in the very last ball of this innings, and that too with a wide with just 1 wicket in hand. Jammu Kashmir winning this match by 1 wicket. All right then, that's it for the day. We'll come back tomorrow with some exciting matches as well. But before that, we have post-match presentation.